Suspended EFCC boss Magu'S investigation took another turn as evidence were destroyed in the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, which is also an agency responsible for investigating financial crimes. The NFIU is located at Aso Rock Villa and is responsible for the investigation of Magu. On Thursday, the NFIU was called by the Justice Salami-led panel to question them about the ongoing investigation. The officials, however, said they did not bring the sensitive information along with them as per their operations protocol. They were instructed to bring it with them the next day. However, before the panel members got to NFIU office in the morning, the room where the documents were kept in computers was broken into. Some unknown people have been said to have broken into the office early morning on Friday with the hope of sabotaging the investigation of Magu, as 7 of the computers containing sensitive financial information were taken away and others badly damaged. The attack is believed to have happened overnight and was discovered Friday morning. Mr. Modibo Herman Tuko, the Director General of NFIU, has reported the incident to the President. Sources said it was the incident that led to the President's approval of Magu's suspension. This is really abracadabra. Of course, Nigerians are not really too surprised, or they are not going to be surprised, upon hearing this, because we know that at the end of the day, everything will be swept under the carpet, and it's just all about a initial gra. Oh yes, let them know that we are fighting corruption. Before you know it, nothing will be done again. The main thing that they want to do is just to get him out of the way, and they want to look for something to be able to tell the world that okay, this is the reason why we are removing him, because it would be too difficult for them to just say, oh, we are suspending this man based on what, and so that when people hear this, they will not say yes, it's worth removing him. And you see that now they say they are going abroad to go and do investigation, to go and see how much he has been able to save outside the country, and people are like, why should you go to that length if it's something that you can just call and make your own inquiry? We see the way they handle the hush puppy in Dubai. Nobody heard anything until when everything was set and they just busted in. And by the time they will present all the case before you. Not it is after when you have been arrested or be detained and interrogated. When they start interrogating you, that is when you now go and be doing investigation. I don't just understand. And meanwhile, they were telling us that they have some facts. The reason why they arrested him, they did this, they did this. They ought to have done all of those things. And the next thing, they will just charge him to court. But it is when they arrest you, that is when they start their investigation to just keep someone there. Whether the man is right or whether the man is wrong or is innocent, we don't even know. And now, see what we are hearing now, that where the vital informations are kept, that place has been tampered with. The computers have been tampered with. What do we call that? Is it not a opportunity to be able to downplay the whole thing and quench the matter, just like they have been doing in the past? And meanwhile, Gabashi has come out to say that Magu's investigation and indication of true fight against corruption. Who are they deceiving? Mr. Gabashe, with the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, has described the current presidential panel investigation on Ibrahim Magu as a step in the right direction and a kudos to the fight against corruption of the Buhari-led administration. Clap for yourself. This is contained in a statement signed by Mr. Gaba, dated 11th day of July 2020, which was made available to the Nigeria lawyer. According to the statement, he noted that the present investigation is necessary to the fight against corruption and that the EFCC, being a very paramount institution, it was essential for the investigation. Besides, he noted that the suspension of the acting chairman was a step in the proper direction for a successful investigation to be conducted. Furthermore, he described allegations from some quarters that the investigation is an indication of a failure in the fight against corruption as totally misconceived. and noted that the investigation is indeed an hallmark of a true fight against corruption. Meanwhile, a series of documented allegations were made against the AG acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, following a preliminary review of the allegations levied against the acting chairman and several other members of his staff. There were grounds for a detailed investigation to be conducted. Hence, an investigative panel was constituted in compliance with the extant laws governing the gov- convening of such body, as is the proper procedure when allegations are made against the chief executive of an institution, and in this case an institution that ought to be seen as beyond reproach. The chief executive has to own step down from his post and allow for a transparent and unhindered investigation. The EFCC does not revolve around the personality of an individual, and as such cannot be seen through the prism of any individual. Therefore, the suspension of Mr. Ibrahim Magu allows the institution to continue carrying out its mandate without the cloud of investigation hanging over its head. The EFCC has many good hardworking men and women who are committed to its ideal and ensuring that the wealth of our country isn't plundered, and when there is an act of misappropriation, such person or persons are brought to justice. Meanwhile, Mr. Magu is being availed the opportunity to defend himself and answer the allegations against him. This is how it should be, as is the fact that under the laws of Nigeria, every citizen is presumed and remains innocent until proven guilty. We must realize that the fight against corruption is not a static event, but a dynamic and ever evolving process in which the EFCC is just one actor. And as we continue to work towards improving our democratic process, so shall every institution of ours also embark on that journey of evolution. What is, however, important is that there must be accountability and transparency, and our people must realize that they would be held to account. This is the building block in the fight against corruption, the establishment of the concept of accountability and the recognition of the rule of law. Those who see Mr. Mangu's investigation as a signal that the fight against corruption is failing have unfortunately missed the boat. There is no better indication that the fight is real and active than the will to investigate allegations in an open and transparent manner against those who have been charged to be custodians of this very system. Under this president and government, this is our mantra and guiding principle. There are no sacred cows, and for those who think they have a halo over their heads, their days are also numbered. Mr. Mangu was not immune, and regardless of the obvious embarrassment that potential acts or wrongdoing by him, given the office he held, may appear for the government, no other administration in the history of Nigeria would have moved to bring into the light and public domain such an allegation. Shehu, Senior Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, written on July 11, 2020. I don't know why these people make us believe that nobody has ever fought a corruption. What of a OIGP that was removed? What are they telling us? What are you talking about? You guys are not doing anything. We know the one they are talking about. If really they are sincere about this corruption, they can't be picking and choosing. They know what they are doing, so they cannot just come and be telling Nigerians all these cock and bull stories. See the issue of bullion van. Nobody's talking anything about it. They are not saying anything. They will just keep quiet, and you want to make us believe. Is it today that they've been talking about this Magu's case? No, it's been how many years? And you now decided to do what you want to do now. Now that some of the vital information that they need to get to the root of this thing, they are they have been tampered with. So who is deceiving who? So for Nigeria to be clapping that really they are fighting corruption, that is not the way to fight corruption. We know that all of these things are just a game. Now, before you know, this thing will be swept under the carpet. Now that the computers that they have all the information from informations now, they have been tampered with, and that is how they are still going to set up another committee. They will start another investigation on that, and before you know it, they will forget this other one. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning this.